The University of Johannesburg Law Clinic was founded in February 1981 by George Frans Malan, Professor J.C. van der Walt, and Professor Skalk van der Merwe, who was the first director of the law clinic. Students' participation in the law clinic during this time was voluntary, with only 18 students participating. 2 law clinics were opened, one in Westbury and the second one in Hook Street in the Johannesburg CBD. Due to an increase in the demand from the community for free legal services and the number of students, the law clinic expanded and opened offices on the Auckland Park campus, Roodepoort, Alexandra, Germiston, and the Johannesburg Magistrates Court at the Family Courts. The Roodepoort and Westbury Law Clinic closed its doors in 1987 and 1989. The Germiston and Alexandra Law Clinic were both relocated to the Durham Fontaine Law Clinic in 2007 and 2008 respectively.
Welcome to the UJ Law Clinic, the Durham Fontaine campus. So one fun fact about our offices is that it's actually a heritage house. It was used as housing in the early 1900s by the mine captains, and here we are using the same heritage house as our offices. How awesome is that? How interesting is that? Anyways, with our UJ Law Clinic here at Durham Fontaine campus, we opened our doors in 2008 after closure of our offices in Germiston and Alexandra. And we assist clients in Yeovil, Hillbrow, Durham Fontaine, so basically areas in the southern and eastern of Johannesburg. So let me show you inside. Good morning, Mamkhele.
Morning, Cynthia.
Also, this is Mamkhele Maleka. She's our paralegal secretary here since 2011. She does an amazing job. She's responsible for all the administrative work here, and she's also responsible for drafting our court documents. So, Mamkhele, can you please tell us which cases do we deal with here at the law clinic?
We deal with general litigation, delicts, family law, divorces.
Currently, the UJ Law Clinic comprises of 3 law clinics based on the Auckland Park campus, Durham Fontaine campus, and our flagship law clinic based in Soweto. At the Durham Fontaine Law Clinic, Mrs. Radley, who has been with UJ for 20 years, takes the students through their paces and imparts her invaluable practical knowledge to the students.
Welcome again to the Law Clinic, and I'm just here to introduce our principal attorney here at the Durham Fontaine Campus Law Clinic here. Her name is Miss Elise Radley. As I say, she's our principal attorney here. So, Miss Radley, can you please tell us, when did you join the Law Clinic?
Yes, Cynthia, I joined the Law Clinic of the Rand Afrikaans University in the year 2000. As part of the Johannesburg Courts Clinic project that we ran at that time. We assisted the Department of Justice in 4 different specialist courts there. The Domestic Violence Court, the Divorce Court, Juvenile Justice and Maintenance Court, and also the Criminal Courts. And we had a program where we worked with the inquest prosecutors, where the students read the dockets and analyze the evidence. This was quite a path-breaking project that the students actually enjoyed immensely, because it was a type of an active working learning experience in a working environment in the courtrooms. So the students enjoyed that immensely. And then actually in 2005, I presented a paper in Australia, in Melbourne, at the Clinical Legal Education Conference regarding the work that we do at the Specialist Courts Clinic. And it was only there that we realized, well, we were quite ahead of its time, because all the international delegates at the conference were so interested in the Courts Clinic project and how we are doing it and what we are doing, because they also want to implement that in their countries. But in 2010, end of 2010, the UJ law faculty ended the public-private partnership between UJ and the Department of Justice, and that's when I moved over here, beginning of 2011. I moved over to Durham Fontaine.
So, Ms. Radley, do you specialize in a specific area of law?
Cynthia, here at the Law Clinic we do quite a variety of cases. I am not a firm believer in specialization. I tend to think that if you possess over the necessary transferable skills, you can commit to practice in a various areas of law. I'd rather be a jack of all trades, master of most, and I believe that the magic happens outside the comfort zone. Specialization sometimes I think can become a little bit boring. We do cases here at the Law Clinic, public interest cases that basically addresses the rights and issues and concerns of the broader public. I think if I can, maybe I can just demonstrate with one of the cases that we did. When I was still at the Courts Clinic in 2001, there was a tendency started in 2001 where women would come to the Law Clinic for assistance because they wanted to get married. And on the days of the marriage at the Home Affairs offices, they would realize or discover that they are actually already married to a person that they don't know from a bar of soap that they've never met. Usually these people were then illegal foreigners. They never knew the people, they never met the people, but yet they were married. And then Home Affairs sent him to us to do a divorce, but you couldn't do a divorce because you cannot do a divorce for a person who's not legally married. So we engaged with the Department of Home Affairs and tried to resolve this problem, but they were not very much interested to give any assistance or to take the way forward other than just to send the people to us to do the divorces, which we couldn't do. So in 2011, when I came over here, the same situation was just carrying on. In 2001, one of our students, Sharon Hendricks, was a journalist at the Star newspaper, and she wrote an article about this. And that article just opened a can of worms, and more women came forward to have this problem, and this also had more coverage in the media. So in 2011, when I came here, I decided to take the Department of Home Affairs to court to stop this as a social problem that must stop. And after a lengthy court battle, and it was very expensive as well, in 2014, we managed to get the court order that directed the Department of Home Affairs, specifically the Minister of Home Affairs at that point in time, to expunge these marriages from the marriage register with costs. We also, all that expensive money the department had to pay back to us, the costs that we incurred there. So that is basically the broader type of cases, public type of cases that we do at the clinic. At the clinic, the focus is on training of the students. We do not per se just do legal aid work. The training of the students is the primary focus. And we use suitable cases that the students will have had exposure to or knowledge of, or will be able to handle, because here they are not mere observers. They are not just passengers and looking on to what we are doing. They take the responsibility for the cases. They must do the work, and they must learn how to work under pressure.
Ms. Radley, what can you say were the highlights in your career here at the Law Clinic?
The highlights, there are just too many to mention, but I guess I must mention a few. I think the fact that I have the opportunity to work with some of the most incredible, fantastic legal minds in the country, in all of the cases that we do, people who don't hesitate to share their wealth of knowledge and experience with me. That's one of the highlights for me. And then there was in 2016, Ashley Seckel. He was my student assistant at that point in time, and he won the award, the probono.org National Award, for his dedication and commitment as a student towards the work that he does in the Law Clinic. That was a great highlight for us.
Greetings, my name is Ashley Seckel, an admitted legal practitioner of the High Court of South Africa, practicing as a senior associate at Smith Sugulum Incorporated. I wish to take this opportunity to wish the University of Johannesburg's Law Clinic an amazing 40th birthday. It's been a great journey, a journey of note, 40 years of making a difference in our society, 40 years of granting the indigent access to justice, 40 years of equipping students and bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical exposure to real life situations. And I have no doubt that the strides that the university has achieved in the past 40 years will only get better in the next 40 to come. Of course, my journey with the clinic only began in 2015 as I did my final year at the Durham Fontaine Law Clinic, and I had the opportunity of working under the leadership and guidance of Mrs. Elise Redley, who went an extra mile in equipping us as students and preparing us for the world that was awaiting us in private practice. And in 2016, I'll then be appointed as a student assistant at the very same law clinic. And man, what an amazing experience.
And then it was also the National Diploma in Law Paralegal Studies that I was a coordinator and a co-founder of. It was a program that we established to train paralegals in rural communities with certain basic legal knowledge and skills, so that people in the rural areas have more basic rights to access to justice and basic information regarding their rights. That was also a highlight for me. I presented that until I think 2010 or 11. And then it was the Candidate Attorneys program that we started here at Durham Fontaine in 2013. We had our first candidate attorney was Ms. Nazreen Ismail. She's currently also still a colleague at the Faculty of Law, and she was admitted in 2016. And then we had Mr. Warren Bowles. He was admitted in 2018. And now Antonelli Ndlobo, she was recently admitted in just 2 weeks ago, 19 August 2021. And then our candidate attorney now is Ms. Cynthia Torrevesai.
At the Auckland Park Campus Law Clinic, our newly appointed and capable Ms. Zuba assists the competent and passionate Ms. Effendi in training the students in practical aspects of the law.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Auckland Park Law Clinic. Let me show you around.
Follow me to see our consultation cubicles. This is where our students will sit and consult with a live client. A member of the public will come here and get some legal advice. Let's see the rest of the clinic. My office is over here. I consult with my students in my office. Let's go see the rest. So this is where the director of the 3 law clinics sits. Her office is next door mine. She's busy teaching, but let's just have a quick look.
The 3 law clinics are currently under the directorship of the newly appointed Mrs. Natasha Naidu. Mrs. Naidu has been steering this ship for a year now, having taken over from the previous director, Mr. Eddie Hanagom. Mrs. Naidu also lectures the course Applied Legal Studies, which is a compulsory module for all final year students. The module comprises of theoretical lectures and practical application, which is done at the law clinics.
I'd like to share some highlights with you now of the achievements of the law clinic. The Law Clinic at Durham Fontaine, or DFC, has successfully litigated against various state organs, such as the Department of Home Affairs, the Johannesburg Metropolitan Police Department, the Minister of Police, and the Johannesburg Metropolitan Municipality, in matters of a delictual nature. In one matter, we instituted motion proceedings against the Department of Home Affairs in a matter where our client was a party to a registered marriage to a Pakistani national whom she had never met or married. This resulted in a very lengthy and expensive High Court application, which was obviously strenuously opposed by the Department of Home Affairs. Justice prevailed, and we obtained a court order with costs against Home Affairs, who was instructed as well to expunge the marriage from their records. In 2016, one of our alumnus students and former student assistant at the DFC Law Clinic, Mr. Ashley Seckel, was awarded with the 2016 ProBono.org National Award. This award recognizes a high level of commitment and dedication as a law student to his or her work at a university law clinic. The Soweto Law Clinic was instrumental in the case of baby Daniels, where the attorney, Mr. Elton Hart, played an instrumental role in bringing the mother and her boyfriend at the time to justice. In 2010, the Law Clinic received an award of recognition by the university's Community Engagement Department for the faculty-based project. And in 2011, the Law Clinic took first place for the university-based community engagement project. This year, the Law Clinic was very fortunate to receive funding for our LexisNexis subscription from the German South African Lawyers Association in the amount of 50,000 Rand.
My colleague Ms. Zuba, she sits over here and will consult with her students.
Hi, I'm Zipo. I'm an attorney at UJ Law Clinic, APK campus. I joined the Law Clinic about 6 months ago, which was on time to be a part of this amazing celebration. It's been an exciting journey so far for me, though it has been challenging in its own right, in that we've been doing our teaching and learning online, which was basically something very new for me. I'm not new to the Law Clinic space, but that platform for me was a little bit challenging at the beginning, but I can say it's been a blessing in that I've now become a little bit more technology savvy. It's been an amazing journey for me to be a part of this 40 years of success and to make my contribution. Thank you.
Then we have Mrs. Otto, our office manager. She's hard at work, as you can see, always busy.
My name is Magda Otto. I started my law clinic career back in 1989 at the old Alexandra Law Clinic. They call it Alexandra, although we were not situated right in the middle of Alex. We were in Kew. We were on the premises of Barlow's, and unfortunately they gave us the premises, but they didn't give us the garden services that went with that. So I would normally take my children on a Saturday, they were still in primary school then, and we will take out all the bossies and mow the lawn and everything just to keep it nice and clean for our customers. And also next to us were the microwave cookery school, and the smells you got from there. When you go home in the afternoon, you will eat out the whole fridge because of the smells of the cookery school. I worked there under the supervision of Advocate Bets Berger first, and then it came Advocate Pinda Dube. And I had wonderful students that year, during those years. And also the students that were there, like for instance, Mrs. Naidu, our current director, was one of the students at the Alex office. And so were Dr. Sarel de Tooy, who's now Vice Dean at the faculty, and also Dr. Miss Paru, she's also at the faculty. They were some of our students. In 2006, our director then, Advocate Elsabe Steenhuisen, told me that I must do the National Diploma in Law. At that time, I was about 45 years old and I was so scared to take on this. But I managed to do that, and I finished my National Diploma in Law in 2007. So in mid-2007, July 2007, I moved to the APK Law Clinic, where I started as a full-day secretary. I worked for Mr. Eni Hardekom then and for Mrs. Naidu. Now that Mrs. Naidu is the director of the law clinic, I work for the director and the two attorneys at the APK Law Clinic, which is Ms. Effendi and Ms. Zuba. I enjoy working at the law clinic. Well, it's now 32 years. I really enjoy the students. I like to engage with the students, talking about their sports. We had quite a few sporting stars as students here. We had a cricketer, we had a rugby player, we had a lady soccer player. And because I'm such a sport fanatic, I really enjoy talking to them about sports. now with COVID, I really miss the students. I can't wait for them to get back to campus so that I can interact with students. I've only got 3 years left at the university, so I want to use those 3 years just to get more to know the students, what they are doing, what they are planning to do in future. And yeah, hopefully when Cyril talks again, we can get back to the normal. I don't know. And yeah, look, the university has always been very good to me. I can't complain about anything about the university. I like my job. I enjoy working at UJ Law Clinic, and that's why I've been here for 32 years.
And let's go to the boardroom. Hi everyone, my name is Gurkshani Fendi. I've been at the UJ Law Clinic since November 2017. I've really enjoyed my time here. Our primary focus is access to justice and clinical legal education. We supervise students through a live client model, which means clients come to the law clinic and students get to do real consultations and assist with real live matters. We then supervise that. However, since the pandemic, we've moved online and the process has completely changed. We had to learn a new set of skills, expand our skill set and teach students through an online module. It's been great. It has also been challenging, but the law clinic has been a place where I personally can grow. I've become a member of the SALCA executive and had many other opportunities such as attending Skakuza conference. The law clinic is really a place where we can help people who think that justice is unattainable. Our primary focus has been divorce at the APK Law Clinic. So we've assisted many people find closure and let go of their past. We also assist with consumer-related matters, civil litigation, and we help students grow not only their skill set, but also as individuals, ethical, accountable people who have a social justice ethos and want to give back to the community. Thank you.
Mrs. Bale and Mr. Hart, two experienced and extremely capable attorneys, have their offices at our Soweto campus law clinic. This is the flagship law clinic which was designed and built in accordance with the law clinic's requirements.
What we see here today is my baby, the Soweto Law Clinic. I started with this specific clinic in the beginning of 2011. I was involved with this clinic even before there was any pen or paper in the clinic. I started off working on the plans. Initially it was a bit smaller than what it is today. Today it's a nice big baby. It's grown to the extent that we are battling to find our feet sometimes. I'm the law clinic principal in this specific clinic. Currently we have a candidate attorney, which is the third one for this clinic. We have Mr. Hart, which is the other attorney from the clinic, and our secretary. So when I started the clinic, there was no secretary, there was only student assistants. Our clients who came from the community of Soweto sat in my reception to the extent that I didn't have sufficient chairs for all of them.
I am Bongiwe Fakote. I'm originally from KwaZulu-Natal. I joined the University of Johannesburg Soweto Law Clinic in August 2011. I am the first secretary appointed at this law clinic. It's new amongst the other law clinics. My experience when I got here, it was a little bit different because in my previous employment, we used to work with students like not every day. But when I got here, I found out that we have to work with students every day. We have to see clients every day, which I was not familiar with, but it was not a difficult thing to learn. I adapted easily because of the support and that I got from my seniors or from anyone that I could get help from. So other than that, the experience was not that different because the administration is the same in every law clinic, I believe, because we're talking legal terms. So it was not that much different, but I had to walk that journey of learning different things here as compared to the previous ones. It was not that bad at all because I had support all the way. So like working with students here has taught me a lot to learn about different characters, how students themselves react to any other person, be it me or the clients or the law clinic principals. So it has taught me even to adapt to that, because you have to learn and understand the person you're working with. My journey here, there are ups and downs at work, but it was not bad that one could say I'm having a bad experience. That bad itself is a learning curve for everyone, because you have to learn and adapt to the differences you get from other people you work with. So it's like here at the law clinic, it's exciting to work here, meeting different people, helping people with their problems, and they walk out happy with happy faces. Yeah, I like it and I enjoy working with people. In fact, I like to solve matters anyway. I would have started to be the lawyer, maybe, I think so. Yeah, so other than that, I would say I've enjoyed working with the law clinic staff, UJ staff as well, because we also work with other departments as well. So it's like a home away from home to be here. That's all I can say.
I started off as a temporary appointment in the old Alexandra Clinic before Alexandra Clinic moved to Durham Fontaine. So when the Alexandra Clinic moved to the Durham Fontaine Clinic, that was in 2008. I started as a temp in Alexandra in 2007. So then we moved to Durham Fontaine Clinic in 2008. And then I've worked there until the end of 2010 during the World Cup and everything. And then we started this nice baby that you can see now. We've got our clients come from the local community. We do many different types of cases. We enjoy this type of case simply because we feel that we can make a difference not only by teaching our students but also by helping the community that we have. We're one of the only 2 institutions in the Soweto area assisting clients on a pro bono basis. So the other one is Legal Aid, which is situated very close to us. We've got a very good relationship with them. We've got a very good relationship with the magistrates. The courts that we serve here is the Kliptown Regional Court, the Protea Magistrates Court and the Regional Court there. And every once in a while we step outside the boundaries and go to some of the other courts. The plans that the clinic started off with initially was very interesting, because this building used to be the old administrative building. This space that you're seeing now, which is in my office, was not part of the initial plans. And when we had a look at the plans, we thought, no, we've got to take away the parking area that they've got so that we can add more consultation space for the students. And that is more or less how this clinic started, and we're still running strong to the extent that the courts actually phone us very often and tell us, can we send clients? When are you back from COVID? Please, can we send the clients there? So we've got a very good relationship with the whole of our community and not just with our pro bono partners.
My name is Elton Hart. I'm an attorney at the University of Johannesburg Soweto Law Clinic. I joined the clinic in 2012 as a litigation attorney, where we work with our students on clinical legal education. This is actually the spot where we put the apply in application. So we take real life clients, our students get the opportunity to speak to real life clients, work on files like this, where they actually consult with real life clients to actually give them the best and rounded approach when they go back into the working world, so that they have practical experience. That's what we do at the UJ Law Clinic, and that's what we're known for.
My name is Gikanze Mukwena. I am the candidate attorney at the Soweto Law Clinic. I was appointed in June 2021. Previously, I was a student assistant at the law clinic. I also completed my LLB at UJ. Through the years, my experience has been very fruitful at the law clinics. I have learned a lot from Mrs. Bale and Mr. Hart, and I can only hope that going forward my experience will be nothing but the best.
I just want to thank each and every colleague that I've worked with, that we've worked with over this past 40 years. Every director, every secretary, every paralegal, every candidate attorney that we've worked with, that I've worked with, to make this such a special workplace experience. I also want to thank the University of Johannesburg for the support that we've received from them over the years, as well as the law faculty, who supports us financially and with guidance and management to be able to do the work that we do at the law clinics.
The law clinic has grown over the years from strength to strength thanks to the support and assistance of the faculty, the legal profession, colleagues, and alumni.
The University of Johannesburg, the future reimagined.